Hello my fellow skateboarders, longboarders and freelance skaters. This is Srinivasan, a fine art photographer and a distance skater. Happy to meet you all in my another episode. So guys, what you are looking here is the fourth push tip which we are going to design right now. I mean like literally fourth, technically third. Okay, so this is also a modular design. This is also based on PVC pipes. Okay, so what you are looking here is a coupling. Actually this is a T-joint, the very same T-joint, 32mm T-joint. I took the liberty to cut this into this shape, you know. Okay, I'll tell you why as I assemble them. Okay, so it's the regular 32mm or 30mm T-joint, okay, and cut into this shape. Okay, you see that I sawed the excess part of the T-joint. Okay, and you will need an 4-inch aluminum bolt, appropriate nuts, and a couple of flat washers. It can be aluminum. I couldn't find bigger aluminum washers. This one are made out of iron. It might rust. The idea of using an aluminum aluminum bolt and aluminum nuts is just to prevent rust. Okay. Pardon me for that couple of seconds. You might remember this design, you know, bearing cleaner which I made long ago. I replaced the central core nut system with this aluminum nut now. So this is waterproof. Okay. Pardon me again. Just went to put that back. So wherever we need a couple more bigger size. This is about 25mm of diameter flat washers. This is of like 20mm diameter flat washers. You have a couple of nuts, 4-inch bolt, okay, and a piece of wood. Actually, I marked the internal diameter of this pipe, which is 30mm, onto this wood and cut that shape and drilled a 10mm hole inside, you know, to put this into this, you know, to fit the nut without from shaking or moving because of the vibrations. Okay, so you might need 2 of them. Okay, you might need a small block of wood and cut that into these cylindrical shapes and drill a hole inside. Okay, it need not be 10mm. It could, all you need is a size of a hole which could let this bolt pass in. Okay, and you will need 2 608 bearings which goes inside this inline skate wheels. By the way, I'm using inline skate wheels of 70mm of ATA durometer for this design. Okay, this is also a modular design. So let's go assemble this into a proper form of push tip. Okay, peace. So here goes the assembly. Let's do it here and then add this PVC pipe later. Okay, so in goes the supporting wooden washers inside this T-joint, which is cut short into smaller size. Okay, then you place it aside, take your inline skate wheels onto the logo side, put your bearing and give it that gentle push, you know, so that it fits inside the inline skate wheels. Okay, do that for another wheel as well. So the cutting part for this design involves making these wooden washers, cutting this T-joint, cutting this 30mm pipe for your desired length. Okay, and after this you place one of your inline skate wheels like this, place one of your bigger washers like this, then goes the smaller washer, then take your bolt, put this inside and make sure it comes out from the other end like this. Okay, hope you guys see how the land paddle is shaping up. Then you put your other wheel, put your bigger washer, then your smaller washer, and use the nut to lock it in place. Okay, I might use a cutting plier or a proper wrench to tighten this up when I am done with the design properly, since we are planning to paint these pipes with a spray paint. I'm just going to do it with a hand tight. Okay, and you might want to use some lock nut solution, or even use the same glue gun glue to put the nut in place. It might give you a nylon layer for your nut. Okay, so this is done for now. This is in shape. Okay, then you put your pipe to your push tip. So this design is complete. If you want, you can add an extra nut to it if you have some extra length, and if you find the bolt to be much more excess, like protruding like this, you can even cut that to your desired size. For now, I have cut this to the desired size, to fit only one nut. That's more than enough for me. I can glue this with the glue gun to provide some nylon to the nut and keep them in proper position. Okay, so this is our modular push tip. This is so modular that you could leave this T-joint and the pipe in the bow staff itself, and you could remove these nuts and change one of the part that you want to change. Okay, so these polyurethane wheels are going to provide the desired grip when it comes in contact with the road. Okay, imagine this to be a cylinder. You cannot actually use on all sides like a tennis ball, but this is modular and tough and so durable that you could use it only on two sides, but the power and the amount of energy that you're going to get from leveraging your bow staff, that's going to be enormous. So that's our final push tip. So let me show you how it looks when you fit this into your bow staff. Peace. So guys, this is the bottom end of the bow staff, and take your modular design of your push tip and push that inside your bow staff. So here is your design, modular design. You could get a wonderful grip onto the rough roads with this PU wheels, because inline skate wheels are used onto the inline skates to ride on the rough terrain of Indian roads, which is Pakka as well as Kacha. It's a mixed match. So when you are going to paddle with this, it's going to provide fantastic grip, and you're going to move much faster than any other push tips that you could imagine. So when you want to change anything, you don't have to worry about removing this PVC pipe at all. All you have to do is just remove this nut, replace them, and you will be in a situation to replace this inline skate wheels if and only all the sides of inline skate wheels are completely worn out. Like if one side of the inline skate wheel is going to wear out, you can loosen the nut little bit, turn this, tighten it, and you can still go on paddling your board. So I find this to be personal favorite, and this is one of the wonderful modular designs that you could make it for yourself, for your custom DIY land paddle. Okay, so that's our fourth one, technically third one. Peace. So now that you have seen all the three types of push tips which I made right now, I would like to explain it by principle, by theory, like which push tip is my favorite one and why. A two-stroke engine produces power in two steps: suction and compression in one step, power stroke and exhaustion in another step. A four-stroke engine produces power in four steps: suction, compression, power stroke and exhaustion. Similar to the four-stroke engine, our land paddle also generates the power or the energy to push your longboard forward in four steps: the approach angle, the pitch, the leverage and exit angle. So guys, to visualize what I just said, like imagine this is your ground and this is the graph that you're going to use it, okay, to paddle your longboard, okay. So let's check the scenario when you're using with your feet or shoe of a walker, okay, for your land paddle. Imagine this is your bow staff, okay, just for the explanation part, okay. In case of this feet, since this is flatter, this curve that you see here might be little steeper than what you would imagine normally, okay. This is going to be much steeper because this is flat. So as I said before, the approach angle, due to this flatness of the feet, you will approach the ground this way so that it stays flat, and then you pitch, come in contact to the ground, then you move forward to leverage your land paddle and then exit, okay. So due to this flat surface, your pitch is almost 90 degree, okay. So when you're exiting the ground, you will try to push or get energy for your land paddle or for your longboard to move forward from this corner of these feet, okay. So you might find this wearing out over time when you're riding it for a few kilometers or miles, the corners could wear out much faster, so you will try to get the maximum energy out of this land paddle from this tip of this feet. So that's how you exit your curve, okay, because of which this feet would result in much more shorter strokes, okay. This is not giving you a complete stroke for you to move forward consistently in a faster pace, okay. So when you're using this flat tip or a flat push tip or a flash feet shoe of a walker tip, your strokes are going to be shorter and the energy that you're going to get from this tip is much lesser, okay, as because your cornering tip or the corner part of this feet which comes in contact as you pitch to the ground is very minimal, okay. Let's see this scenario with the tennis ball, okay. Peace. Let me get rid of this, okay. So here is our ground, okay. So in case of tennis ball, the graph is going to be much longer, okay. So as I said earlier, your approach angle here, then you pitch your tennis ball, then you leverage and then you exit, okay. So because of this curvature of this tennis ball, you see the curvature of this tennis ball, it gives a complete stroke for you to leverage on the ground and to push forward your land paddle using your land paddle and move in the forward direction in a much more faster ability, okay. What's the right word for that? In the faster manner, okay. So your approach angle is like this. It could be even lower than this, your approach angle can be like this. Then you're still staying onto the ground, and you're leveraging it, after you pitch it down and then you exit. So look at the amount of leverage that you get when you are pitching it to the ground, when you're using a tennis ball or a surface which is carved like this, gives you a complete stroke, So this will actually comparatively give much more energy than the flat fit that you are using for your bow staff, which is of the walker or the chair. Okay, but tennis ball are designed to bounce from the surface. So this surface is not soft, or it may not grip too much onto the roads, in compared to the other rubber materials or any other materials. So in comparison to the flat fit of the shoe, of the walker or the chair, tennis ball will give you much more leverage and energy and rebound to push your longboard in a much faster manner. Hope you got that theory. Peace. Let me get rid of that. Here is our ground. Okay, and you're going to get this similar graph when you're going to use this push tip. Okay, this is made out of inline skate wheels, modular design. These inline skate wheels are made out of polyurethane. This is of durometer 80A. So these wheels are designed to grip onto the roads. These are used with the inline skate wheels, or you can even use it on your longboard, like I did with my Oxaloc R540 board longboard. So these are going to naturally provide you a much better grip onto the road surface. So when you imagine this similar thing, as I said before, the approach angle, and look at that. After it pitched onto the ground, the second step, look at the leverage that you get out of this push tip, and due to its natural ability to grip onto the road surface, you can even have a much more acute exit angle. Okay, so look at the amount of leverage that you're getting with this PU wheel design. So this is your approach angle. You pitch to the ground. Like inline skate wheels come in contact with the ground. Then look at the leverage that you're getting, and then you're exiting. So though you're able to use only on two sides, because this is almost like a cylinder, you can pitch it this way, but you may not get the complete stroke. Okay, it might be like the two flat feet of the walker or a chair, like when you're using it in this direction, probably you can use this to brake. You can brake the longboard with this land paddle when you're using this grip in this direction. You can even brake it this way, but when you're trying to paddle your board in this direction, it may not give you much of a leverage angle that you're seeing it here. This design is also giving you the complete stroke. So look at the approach angle, then you pitch it to the ground, look at the leverage angle that you're getting, and then you're exiting for your next stroke. So by this means you're moving way too forward, and with the tennis ball design and with the PU design, you're getting much more better exit angle, which means much more acute exit angle, which means you're getting much more energy to push or paddle your longboard in a faster manner. This one lags because of the material that you're using in this, because of this tennis ball material. If you're using a Kong ball, a ball which is used to fetch with your pets and everything, that's a solid PU ball, I did not use that because of the price, because the cost of Kong ball in India would cost me the entire custom land paddle that I'm doing right now. So it's almost to the similar cost of that. So that's why I'm not using a Kong ball for the tennis ball. But if you're using a Kong ball, you will get the similar traction and similar leverage angle that you're going to get with the inline skate design. But that won't be much modular as in the inline skate wheel design. You might have to attach it to a PVC, and then when it's wearing out, you might want to throw out this entire setup and build a new one, Okay. So with this kind of design, you will get a complete stroke wherein you will have a good approach angle and a broader leverage angle and an acute exit angle. So hope you got the theory about this. So inline skate wheel push step modular design is my favorite design out of all the three. Let me get the other one for the look here. Give me a second. I'll put that tip somewhere else. Yeah. Out of all the three designs, let me get the first one too. So this one goes straight into the bow staff. So out of all the three designs, these two are similar. So this one is going to be favorite for me because like it's very modular. I can change it in my during my ride as well. So that's good. So that's my favorite thing. Hope you got a hang of the theory and hope you got the good view or idea of how to make these push tips for your bow staff. Okay. Hope it helps. Peace. Yep, now we have made something and have an understanding of the theory. So let's go for a test ride. Probably I am the only guy who tried to land paddle and freelance skates. Peace. Vignesh riding the board. Peace. Lol. Hello. உங்க பேரு?
என் பேர் கோமதி.
கோமதி. நான் என் பேர் கிருஷ்ணா. அவங்க உங்க அண்ணாவா? அப்படியா? இவங்க சுடுதா? ஐயோ பாவம், கால் சுடுதா? அதுக்கு தான் சொன்னேன் வெயில் ஜாஸ்தியாக இருக்கு, சீக்கிரம் முடிச்சிடலான்னு. அவங்க அண்ணா விளாடுறாங்க. உங்க பேரு? என் பேர் கிருஷ்ணா. ஹலோ. எப்படி இருக்கு? ஜாலியாக இருக்குதா? It's funny that when I bought this bow staff, people thought I might harm somebody, but they were totally okay with me using a Japanese nakiri knife, which you saw at the beginning of the previous episode, land paddling, for kitchen use. You know, I've been using that for 4 years. Funny.